only 5 structures have been related. As if you look at into the concept of Ashtanga Hridaya, Vagbhata, he has added Dhamani Marma. Some of the marmas he has considered, Mamsa Marma, Sira Marmas have been taken, and he has been given as a Dhamani Marma. But the word term here, Sira, has to be considered as vessels. Has to be considered as vessel zone. So both arteries also fall under the Sira. So we don't require to be mentioned as a separate. That's why he has very clearly mentioned Acharya Shushruta, na kalu. Definitely, there is no doubt in that. Mamsa sira snayu asti sandhi vetireka nyanyani marmani bhavanti. Yasman na upalabhyante. You can never find beyond this in a marma vastu, as a marma vastu. These are the 5 panchatmakas of the marmas. So every marma, as we have seen, the definition of marma is that marmani nama mamsa sira snayu asti sandhi sannipatenaha, where the combination of all these structures are existed, union of all these structures are existed, that place is called as marma. So these 5 structures must be present in the marma. Not beyond this, no other structure can be existed. As a gross structure cannot be related in the marma vastus. So these are the marma vastus. As I told you that mamsa, sira, snayu, asti and sandhi. Mamsa and asti are the dhatus. Sira, snayu and sandhi are the upadhatus. 3 upadhatus and 2 dhatus have been mentioned here. Coming into the classification of marma, based on structure they have been classified. Based on region they have been classified. Sorry, it has been same, just copied and paste. Region wise it has been classified. So structure wise mamsa, sira, snayu, asti, sandhi, and region wise shakagata marmas, udara and ura marmas, prushta marmas, and griva praturda marmas. So totally 107 have been explained, and all the acharyas have been considered 107 marmas only. There is no any difference in the number wise as such. And based on effect, they have been also been classified as Sadhya Pranahara marmas, Kalantara Pranahara marmas, Vishalyagna marmas, and Vaikalyakara marmas, and Rujakara marmas. And based on Pramana, structural wise, Panitala, 3 angulis, 2 angulis, 1 anguli, and Ardha angulis. So structural wise he has explained how much area it is been related. So that gives an idea for us. The area of the marma can be protected while doing any surgical procedures. And based on the effect wise, the Sadhya Pranahara marmas, Kalantar Pranahara marmas, Vishalyagna and Vaikalyakara, Rujakara marmas, they have been related with the Panchama Bhutas also, which we'll see in the next slide. Where Sadhya Pranahara marma is mainly predominant of Agni Mahabhuta. So being a very fast nature of Agni, Kshipra, very fast in nature, Agni, the death of the person is also very fast. Within 7 days, Saptaratram, he has explained, within 7 days, the death is sure, as per Acharya. But in the present period, it is not practically seen that the person is going to die within 7 days. But one thing is clear, where Acharya also been explained, when Sadhya Pranahara is injured, when it is managed or handled in a right way, that will be converted into Kalantar Pranahara marma. So if you manage in a right way, if you handle the patient in a right way, even the Sadhya Pranahara marma can be converted into Kalantar Pranahara marma. And that may be Ekapaksha or 1 month or more than that, sometimes years also we can make the patient survive if you can handle them in a right way. But it is sure that if you are not handling the patient in the right way, immediate death will occur. And also, even you have been handled in the right way, if the patient is not following a proper regimen and all, definitely he is going to die. The concept is 100% correct, as it is been considered in those days where they could not have any techniques, particularly to save the blood loss. Hemorrhagic conditions was not able to be controlled in those days, that leads to the person's death definitely within 7 days. But right now we have lot of techniques and methods and facilities are available to prevent the blood loss, because most of the marma injuries except Vishalagna, everywhere little quantity of rakta will be related with that, and more is related with the sira marmas. More it is related with the sira marmas. When any injury occurs to the sira marmas, definitely blood loss will be there, where the person can die immediately. So this classification of Sadhya Pranahara, Kalantara or Vishalagna marmas, or Vaikalakara, Rujakara marmas are related with the Panchamahabhuta relations with that marma. So Sadhya Pranahara marma is mainly predominant of Agni. So Agni Bhuta will become disturbed fast when Sadhya Pranahara marmas are injured. So you have to protect the Agni. You have to protect the Agni. And most of the time, as the marma has been explained, definition itself, Mamsa Sira Snayu Asti Sandhi Sannipatena, the combination of or the union of all these structures must be present in the marma. So naturally, there is a chances of having rakta, because sira will be definitely present, mamsa will be definitely present. It has to be present in all the marmas. And particularly in the Sadhya Prana marmas, being a presence of Agni more, the loss of blood may be more, which leads to the death very fast. So protect the Agni means protect the blood loss, because the body heat is being maintained by only rakta. And that's why it is called as Prinanam Jivanam Lepaha. Jivana is the Jivana property of rakta property is Jivana property. So only till when rakta is existed in the body, the person can survive and the heat can be maintained in the body. So when blood loss more occurs in Sadhya Pranahara marmas, immediate death occurs, as there is a loss of Agni from the body. So that becomes more complicated to be handled in a right way. This is the relation with the Panchamahabhutas with the Sadhya Pranahara marmas. So Agni Mahabhuta has to be managed. Now we look at into the Sadhya Pranahara marmas, their Ayurvedic and modern outlook, how it has to be correlated, how it has to be related. This is the Sadhya Pranahara marmas related in our body. They are Sringataka, Adhipati, Shanka, Matruka, Guda, Hridaya, Basti and Nabhi. Guda, Hridaya, Basti and Nabhi. These are the main Sadhya Pranahara marmas. Sringataka are 4 in marmas, and it is a Sira marma as per Acharya Sushruta, and it is Dhamani marma as per Vagbhata. And it is a Sadhya Pranahara marma. Based on injury, it is a Sadhya Pranahara marma. And it Anguli Pramana wise, it is 4 Anguli in nature, and it is Sadhya Marana, immediate death only. When injury occurs to this, immediate death. And modern part we'll see the next slide. Definition we'll explain in the next slide when we see in this one. So these explanations we'll be seeing in the further slides of individual marma. We'll go into the next slide. So when we deeply look into these structures and all, marma vastus, there are As I told you previously, there are dhatus and upadhatus in that, involved in the types of all the 13 marmas. And here, totally 19 Sadhya-prana marmas are there, which are individually present in the marma vastu. Every marma vastu is related in this classification of marma. Like there is a mamsa marma is there, there is a sira marma is there, there is a asti marma is there, there is a sandhi marma is there, there is a snayu marma is also there. All marma vastus are related in this, but sometimes you may not find like this in every classification of marmas. Like Vishalagna, you will not find all the marmas, only 3 marmas are there. So this is the very typical one where involvement of all the 5 pancha marma vastus, panchatmakani, we call them as panchatmakas, are involved in the Sadhya Pranahara marmas. And out of 19 marmas, 15 of them are related with the Jatra Udadka region only, head and neck region only. And the remaining are related with 4 are related with the trunk. And there is no any marma which is related to the limbs. There is no any marma which is related to the limbs. Because it is also been told that if any injury occurs to the, you have Kalantara Pranahara marmas, but there is no any Sadhya Pranahara marma. Kshipra is there, which is a Kalantara Pranahara marma. Angushta Anguliyor Madhya Kshipra Nama, Tatra Vidyasya, Tatra Akshepena Maranam. But it is a Kalantara Pranahara marma. It is not a Sadhya Pranahara marma. But if it is not managed properly, even it turns into Sadhya Pranahara marma. This is the only one marma which can immediately convert into as a Sadhya Pranahara marma. But it is a Kalantar Pranahara marma. Remaining all other marmas are not, they cannot be converted into the Sadhya Pranahara marmas. Even if you have any marma to Indrabasti, whatever he said is that just above the knee or above the elbow joint, just cut it. The arm has to be cut, amputate, then you can prevent the blood loss. That's what he says. If any injury occurs to below the elbow or below the knee joint, just cut above the knee joint. You can prevent the life of the person, as siras will be shrink so that the blood loss can be prevented. So if you cut these branches also, it is not going to harm any life. But these marmas of Sadhya Pranahara marmas, if they are injured, definitely the life is going to be in a threatening. And among these 19 marmas, as I told you previously, Vagbhata has considered Guda and Sringataka as Dhamani marmas. One is Guda is Mamsa marma, another is Sira marma. So 15 are present in the head and neck region, 4 are present in the trunk region. Coming to the first one, first marma, we look at into the individual marmas, Sringataka. So the word meaning, there are a lot of meanings that are available. Even we have a plant named as Sringataka, which is used in hemorrhage conditions or dysuria, or it can be used in edema or many other conditions which has been used. And there are a lot of word meaning as there. Sringataka, a arrow, height of an arc or segment of a circle, a mountain with 3 peaks, a place where 4 roads meet, a place where 4 roads meet. Like that, many meanings are there. Which is more suitable is this Sringataka here, meeting point only. You can see the definition or the explanation what he has explained here. Grana, Shrotra, Akshi, Jihva, Santarpanani, Santarpaninam, Siranam. Madhye, Sira Sannipataha, Sringatakani. So, Grana, Shrotra, Akshi, Jihva, Santarpanani. The 4 structures he has explained here. As I told you, the naming is also 4 crossroads. Sringataka means crossroads of four crossroads, where the four roads are meeting together, and that particular place is called as Shringataka. Here, the four siras are meeting together, where they have been supplying to Grana, Shrotra, Akshi, and Jihva. All the four sense organs which are related to the head region. The nose, the ear, the eyes, and the tongue. All these four have been Santarpanani Siranam. Santarpanani Siranam. Madhye Siram Sannipataha. Where this union of these siras have been taken place, the Madhya, the central place, is called as Shringataka. It's called as Shringataha. Tani Chatvari Marmani. Tani Chatvari Marmani. They are four in number. Tatrapi Sadhyo Maranam. There also injury occurs means immediately death occurs. I have been explained certain. This actually I have collected from other books only. But how far it is correct is the question. The supraorbital artery, the frontal diploic veins, and superior sagittal sinus or occipitofrontalis muscles or ophthalmic nerves, because it is a combination of Mamsa, Sira, Snayu, Asti, and Sandhi. Everything has to be there. And particularly at the root of this Grana, Shrotra, Akshi, Jihva, where the meeting of these places, at the root of the nostrils, at the root of the tongue, at the root of the eyes. So where these have been connected together at the floor of the upper floor of the oral cavity. This is the place. If you injure this place, immediate death occurs. At the base of the skull, it has been connected with this, because there is a in Viluvidya also, when Arjuna was been practicing, Dronacharya told, I could able to hear a dog which is barking with his mouth open, and he asked to hit this particular marma itself, Shringataka marma, so immediate death will occur. So dog was barking with open mouth, and Arjuna left the arrow, and dog died. But the interesting fact is that there were two arrows. Dronacharya was confused. The Arjuna's arrow was later, but before there was an arrow which has been put by the Ekalavya. So this is the place where Ekalavya or Arjuna was trying to hit, that is Shringataka marma, where immediate death occurs. As a marma vastu, it is a sira marma, as it already be told that where Santarpanani Siranam Madhye, the middle part of these siras, at the base of the skull. So there are no any other symptoms, immediate death itself. And you also have a pituitary gland in the base of the skull, which is very vital. It is Agni related only there. The pituitary gland is the master gland which produces all the hormones, and the hormones are related with Agni only, and they are released into this venous system only at the base of the skull. You have a pituitary gland at the base of the skull. So even that is also involved when damage occurs. So immediate death occurs due to loss of Agni. So Shringataka is a 4 in number, which is a Sira marma, which is 4 angula in nature, and Sadhyo Pranahara marma classification wise, and as per Bhautika, Panchabhautika relation, it is Agni Guna predominant, and as Parinama it is Sadhyo Pranahara marma. can it affect? Can this marma can affect by the internal injuries? Is the question which we have to consider, because the concept of Shringataka marma is based on injury only, as per Acharya Shushruta. But that injury which is caused by the external shalya, or if the injury caused by the internal doshas. Now, in the COVID, we can find this grana has been affected. The blood vessels that which are supplying the siras that which are supplying the nourishing the grana is been affected. Loss of smell. The first sign, what they say right now, it is nothing but kapha, which is blocking the channels. Internally, the damage can occur mainly by kapha, because the first damage which is going to be occurred in the structural form, as in the marma bhigata, which he has explained. Soma maruda tejamsi. Soma is going to be affected first. The structure is going to be affected first. And the structure has to be affected means it has to be affected by kapha only. Because even pitta doesn't have a structural form. It is a drava. Pittan sasneha vishnam visram saran drava. It doesn't have a structural form. Only soma, which is related with the structural form, gross form. So here, as per external injury wise, you should consider the all structures related to the base of the skull. All vital structures which are related to the base of the skull. Even the pituitary gland. Everything comes under that. Which is a very vital. When the injury occurs, it becomes very fatal in nature conditions. Coming to the second one, Adhipati marma. It is 1 in number. It is a Sandhi marma. As per size wise pramana, it is Ardhanguli in pramana, and Parinama wise, it is Sadhyo Pranahara marma. And as Sadhyo Pranahara marma, it is Agneya predominant in this. And the place where he has explained in the body, Mastaka Abhyantaradaha, Mastaka Abhyantarada, Uparistat Sirasandhi, Sannipato, Roma Vartato. So, what is the meaning of Adhipati? The word meaning of Adhipati, there are a lot of meanings are there. Predominance can be considered. A ruler or a master or as a governing or an autonomous place or an owner. Lot of meanings are there. And this is the highest point of the body. And this is very, very important, which protects not to leave Vayu from this particular place only. Mastaka Abhyantaraha. Mastaka Abhyantaraha. It is present inside only. Mastaka Abhyantaraha. Inside the Mastaka Abhyantaraha. Uparistat Sira Sandhi Sannipata. Sira Sandhi Sannipato. Where the union of Sira and Sandhi. Sira and Sandhi. So there must be union of Sira and Sandhi must be there. And that particular place is called as Adhipati. But he has not specifically mentioned where particular place it is. It is just Mastaka Abhyantarataha Uparistad, highest level of the skull region. Sira Sandhi Sannipataha. Sira Sandhi Sannipataha. Where the Sannipata of Sira and Sandhi is being seen there. You can see the sutures. You can see the switches. You can see the vessels which are lying within the meninges. So injury to this particular place causing immediate death as Agni is lost. Again, here Sira is involved in this. It is a Sandhi Marma. But as Sira Sandhi Sannipato, there is a loss of blood and injury is so strong that the joint is being damaged, where it is protecting the vital force through which Vayu leaves at the time of death. At the time of death, Vayu leaves from this Adhipati Marma only. Next Marma, Shanka Marma. So what is Shanka Marma meaning? Shanka. There is another meaning also, doubtful also. The Shanka means doubtful also. One more meaning is doubtful. Uncertainty, distrust, misgiving, fear, alarm. Like many are there. Suspicious, belief, and conch like shell. Conch shell sounds may be there. When you are looking into this particular marma, it is 2 in number, which is situated on both the sides, which is an Asti Marma. Which is a Asti Marma. And as Pramana, it is Ardhanguli Pramana. And Parinama is Sadhyo Pranahara. And as it is Sadhyo Pranahara, it is Agneya. And situation where it is present, Bruvo Pruchrantayor Uparihi. Bruvo Pruchrantayor Upari. Karna Lalatayor Madhye. Karna Lalatayor Madhye. So nicely he has explained this one. The position, the location where he has explained. Bruvo Pruchrantayor Upari. Just at the ending of the eyebrows. Just above the ending of the eyebrows. And that should be between the Karna Lalatayor Madhye. Between the Karna and Lalata. The forehead and the ear. Between the Karna and the Lalata. At that particular place, this Marma is situated. Tatra Sadhyo Maranam. Injury to this causes immediate death. You know, this is the bone which is very thin in nature in this region. The temporal bone in this region, it is very thin in nature. And especially you can see in the boxing, fighting, they try to hit this particular region only, Shanka region and the mandibular region. These are the two mandible region and the face on the nose, Fana region, root of the nose. These are the main points of used in the boxing. And if a strong hit is been given into the temporal region, the person will collapse immediately. The person will collapse immediately. The reason is that it is very thin in nature, bone, which can cause the temporal bone to be ruptured, and temporal part of the brain is also been damaged, where temporal vein drainage of the superficial parietal gland, facial or choroid tympanic, or all these have been related with that. Whatever structures which are present in the temporal region, mainly they get damaged. And that leads to the death of the person immediately as Agni Guna predominant is there. Next is Matruka. The word Matruka has got a lot of meanings are there. Matruka, Matru. 8 mothers of goddesses. Ashto Matruka. It has been also